today. We've done versions of this before, right? But very limited because this is so incredibly difficult, expensive, and timely to do by hand. It is our multicolored genuine amber necklace, and it is absolutely spectacular. The HSN price will be $228, so under $200, never done that before. 5 flex payments, $38, we'll ship it right out to you. Of course, you have your extended returns going on right now. And the entire necklace that you're looking at here is a full 18 inches in length and has a 2 3/4. Most of your necklaces do have the extender in the back.
Well, even on the 18th, it probably goes down. The furthest one down here is over 20. They're measuring from here is how they're measuring when they measure it. So it actually, this is what we call a waterfall necklace or waterfall design. This is the ombre effect. And so here's the thing with this, okay? These literally are a nightmare to make. and you know, if you really look at what it takes to actually make this, it's not something that, to tell you the truth, that when I, like if I ever did this again or if I took a reorder, let's just say that I wouldn't be very popular among some of my, my lapidary people and my stringers. I can't imagine the time. Well, I want you to seriously consider this. Okay, number one, you're dealing, in this case, you've got the lighter beads are Baltic amber, but the rest of this is all of the darker colors in this are all from the Ukraine. Anybody, you know what's going on in Ukraine right now, right? We haven't been able to get in contact with our Ukrainian miners for several months now. And to tell you the truth, I really don't know. I don't know what's going on. I have no way of communicating. We're not able to communicate. So I really don't know. I will tell you this right now. Anybody who's got amber rough material is golden. The material is going up, skyrocketing up, because Ukraine was the main source. You know, you really don't believe, you know, you really don't have amber sources all over the world. Basically, I can count on one hand my amber connections. And actually, if you count my Baltic connection, you can only have 4 fingers showing of amber resources. Ukraine, 2 of my major resources for amber were Ukraine. And then my other amber resources in Colombia, which every now and then I get material, but it's very, very limited. What makes this design is the ombre effect that you're getting. And understand, these are all individually hand-cut beads. But I want you to think about this. Think about, number one, cutting that specific color of amber that you're cutting, and then you cut those beads in that size, and then think about the stringing process on this. I can't even, and they have to be perfect. If you have one bead out of sequence, or if you put to me, when you put it on, it's like having a black sheep in a flock of white sheep. Your eye goes right to that one bead that doesn't fit. So just the stringing process, not much less the cutting process in this. And okay, I brought some natural. I just want everybody to show you where, you know, this just doesn't, you know, it just doesn't magically appear.
Amazing. Right.
Here, this is how we get the material. That is natural amber rough, and you can see all the different colors that are involved in this.
So these beads are cut from
this material.
It's amazing, right?
Right. So these are the 3 raw materials that this is cut from. And if you look at, you know, the cool thing with amber is this. You know, especially if you like to have kind of that bigger look, and you like to have bigger designs, but if you're like so many people that I know of, and me being one of them, I have a real problem. I've got crushed vertebrae in my neck. And so I have real problem with any weight. That's my excuse why I don't wear a helmet when I ride my Harley in America. Well, it's my only excuse. When I go anywhere else in the world, you have to have a helmet. But you know, like now I have these super light helmets, so my wife says I don't have that excuse. But you know, any kind of weight on my neck for a long period of time really hurts. And so what's really great, you can wear amber, you get something substantial, but the cool thing with amber, how they actually harvest it, it's lighter than water. Yeah. So when they break it loose either from the bottom of the Baltic Sea, or in this case, the Ukrainian amber comes from like a swamp area, like a boggy area, they literally blow it from the bottom. They go with these really high pressure hydraulic, or which is pumping water, or air hoses, and they blow it off the bottom, and as it floats to the top, because it's lighter than water, they have somebody with a net, literally a fishing net, that scoops it up and takes it.
That's so wild, and it could be millions of years old. We said if it could speak,
okay.
Right?
It's 30 to 50 million years old, so think about that. A lot of stories. Look what Ange has done. She's actually trissotted it, and so she took showing you the different ways you can even accessorize with this. So you could wear it in the waterfall design, or you could take this and simply roll it, flip it.
It really does.
And then you get that band.
That's
and you
neat.
still get all the different colors of the amber, and that's what we were going for here.
Okay, here's what's happening. We have a clock up on the screen. If you are just tuning in, this is brand new. And this is like, I would imagine days just to be able to take these beads and place them all together by hand to create this look. And you said not many people are able to do that. So it's a treat within itself. You have the most highly collectible of all the beautiful ambers, all in one piece here. And going back, I mean, for going into fall and winter, Jay, if you're an earth tone person, you wear a lot of neutrals and browns and all those rich colors, this is gonna go with everything. I love the shade Angie's wearing. I'm wearing like a teal blue. It's like, I don't know if that's gonna go, but yes, it absolutely does. Anything. And it's one of those pieces, it's like a showstopper piece. People will stop you when you're wearing this and ask about it. You just don't see this. You just don't see amber in general. You know, we talk about this all the time, Jay. There was a day years ago, probably say 15 years ago, where we used to have an amber show every single month.
Correct.
And we'd have at least 4 hours programmed on for those days. And now we have 0.
Well, and the reason I actually made...
Except for what you bring,
I actually made some of the designs that were on that amber show.
Oh, yeah, really?
Okay,
you had the connection and...
No, I didn't go on into, I just made designs, you know, that they like some of our designs, so we would put it on the Amber Show. But the key thing, that we're going way back in time here, right?
I know.
It was a big deal. Like, they had this huge Amber event every single month. And basically the reason that they had to stop that wasn't the fact that they couldn't it wasn't doing well, because it was doing amazing. It was doing fantastic. They couldn't get the amber. They couldn't get the resource to do it. Like I said, we were fortunate. One of my business partners that I'm in the turquoise business with, the rough business, actually turned me on to my original amber connection, which was in the Baltic, in Lithuania. Otherwise, I wouldn't have ever had that connection. You almost have to be introduced. And then that led to my Ukrainian connection. But here's the thing, all over the world, there's I only had 5 resources. Now I have 4 resources for amber. And now with Ukraine kind of being in a little bit of commotion, or a lot of commotion, I've lost 2 of those resources. So I only have actually, 2 other resources where I can even get rough amber.
Who would think that would ever be the case? You know, it kind of goes back to how mine finds becomes very highly collectible. Just so many stones that you can't get anymore.
Well, even on our amber, we still have we're fortunate in the fact that because of the relationship we have and how we work, we have a fairly large amber stock. That being said, if you're making designs and it's going out the front door and there's nothing coming in the back door, and right now there is 0 material coming in the back door, pretty soon you have nothing to take out the front door. So amber is getting rarer and rarer, and it's only going up up in value. It's not going down.
And you don't see anything like this. You don't out there. I mean, such limited amber as to begin with, but something all on braid to this nature. Keep in mind too, if you spend $75, it is free shipping and handling all day, all the way up until midnight Eastern time. And everything's available with 5 flex payments, 6 if you have the HSN charge card. So you can stock up on everything that you need for the holidays. And I know that's for only a limited time too. So we're delighted about that.